We got a truck, right, on the farm, and there was 3 of us. So the seats were taken up, and there's just the back. We had 2 dead sheep in the back of the truck, so I had to lay on that to get home, like, from the top of the farm. It's like 2 miles. So I had to sit on top of 2 dead sheep. And dead sheep after anything dead after a couple of days gets filled up with gas. That gas smells pretty rough.
So 3 or 4 days is probably not something I put my head near, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, I didn't technically put my head near it. There was 2 dead sheep. There was 2 dead sheep in this. One particular. This one. That's why I had to. Like, there was no space.
One is like a cover, and one is like a pillow.
Normally, you can sit.
You just lay it out on his other legs, like over your legs.
It's always pointless.
Kid in.
I can ask those two.
Okay, we come.
If we get something in the bottom, then okay, it's fine. Like, if we need power, for sure, then okay.
I can't remember when they killed you or they forced you out. I think they might have killed you. And then they just popped terrible moves because already Carol was dead.
Mana, you can still like auto attack and you're probably gonna get mana for like one spell.
We've got. You got a little bit of time now. 6:30 is so 18:30 is when we're going to meet because our game is at 7. If we can, just make sure we check that on arena.gg because I don't want us to be wrong.
No, I checked it with Ryan already.
Yeah, it is 7.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
This episode's all about food. What's your choice of snack?
That is trio. Cookie, apple, banana.
Almonds as well.
Only water, by the way. Only water.
My diet is actually tied up with my workout exercise and my training. So I'm actually taking it very seriously with like counting calories and tracking a lot what I eat. Making sure I get all the correct nutrients. Throughout the day I eat a lot of fruit, nuts. Try to eat as much healthy stuff as I can. Drink only water pretty much. A little bit of energy drink here and there, but mainly water. Then for my main meal is usually rice and chicken fillet. I mean, yeah, that's basically it. I eat very boring, but I try to eat very healthy.
So I'm doing a ketogenic diet, which is high fat, medium protein, low to 0 carbs. I've actually done keto diets a few times before, so I find it quite easy. The first few days are quite rough. Basically, your body switches, releases lots of ketones, and you start breaking down fat to use as energy rather than carbs, which is why it's so effective for weight loss.
What are you cooking, John?
I fry out.
Why?
Because it's a good way to get all the fat that we need.
But I thought fryup's really unhealthy. Why?
So fryups are very, very high in fat, which normally isn't great, but the keto diet is, depending on who you are, 70 to 85% fat. So that's actually quite hard to do. It's quite hard to get that much. So fryup's like a perfect way to start the day.
The ketogenic diet for myself has been really good. It's the first time I've done it. John's done it before, but I've lost around between like 8 and 10 kilos. We do a lot of sport and fitness in the mornings. John and I go to the gym in the mornings at like 7:30. I always do like resistance and weight training in the morning, then I do some cardio, swimming.
The gym was actually quite fun. I had never gone to the gym before in my life, before the split, so it was like something I was kind of looking forward to because it sounds fun, but I just never got around to doing it because I'm lazy. So this split I started going to the gym, and I think it's actually fun and it's healthy.
Before I always wanted to go to the gym as well, but I never like brought myself to actually do it. It's also like I didn't have anyone to go with, and it's kind of intimidating that like the first few times to not go without anyone. But then after a while you just get used to it, and then now I'm just fine that if no one goes to the gym, I'll just go alone. Just in the end you do it for yourself.
For my gym, I actually have a WhatsApp group just with myself in it. So every time I go to the gym, I type in like how much reps I do, how much weight, how many sets, what sets, etc., etc. So like which I'm first, etc. Like just documenting everything when I go to the gym. So now I have like my own WhatsApp group where I can just scroll down. Okay, I did this on the 12th of July, and you know, like, stuff like that.
That's a pretty good idea. I've never thought of that. That's quite smart.
Has this person ever played League of Legends before? We're dead because we're gonna die
Because he's a monkey.
because he's a monkey.
Doesn't know how to use it. But
This was one of the guys who voted for Olivia. He's never played in it before.
I know, but if Froggen gets loads of kills in an Epic, why can't he?
yeah.
John, are you going to get banned for 14 days?
I've never even had a chat ban.
Really?
No, and I've been playing for 8 years.
Wow.
Because I know how to flame people.
we played it one game as well. I think
everyone
just ignores it this series, including them.
I only need one game. I'm just saying, give the opinion then.
Ask them, guys.
Well, we can pick
Should we know Kali? Okay, we know it.
Banner Kali. And then we just pick it last pick red side, like kind of picking that a bit later.
Okay, cool. So we're going to do meditation first then.
Noticing when the mind wanders off, knowing that it's normal.
We're obviously target banning. We're just going to draft as we normally would. We're going to play by the blueprint. We're going to have Calvin shot calling.
Welcome very much to the stream. We're Esports and we are going up against the Twitter Randoms version 2. Poppy is still alive. Oh, don't tell me it's the...
Do we get a Dancing Herald?
Oh,
The Dancing Herald?
yeah.
Love it.
It could be a time to turn it back round with Blackbird. Darius needs to reset.
Is he going to
get
bleed
killed.
out? Can he bleed out? Yeah, he does.
Oh, really late ult. Quick step there. Oh, really strong turn from Randoms. That means we'll get a good series.
We knew Twitter randoms were pretty good, or randoms V2, I think they call themselves this time, because they'd pushed Diabolus pretty hard in previous tournaments. They took a game off them, I believe, but there's not that much information to go on in a lot of these players' teams. They've only played like one game on stream, and that was with a different AD carry.
So I'm going on record here saying that Twitter Randoms bot lane, best bot lane in UK by far, gave us the most trouble so far. So jokes aside though, I think like the Twitter Random series, I think we just went into it like way too complacent. We didn't like take it seriously enough. We thought we were just stomp because they're like a play-ins team and they even lost a player, so we just thought it would be a free win, and we went in and like kind of when the first game happened, the first game was messy, but then we ended up winning with like a herald push through bot lane at 16 minutes or something. And then second game happened and we just got kind of rolled.
The series against Twitter Randoms was really messy, and I think we mainly f***ed up the draft and we didn't really respect how they played, so we were pretty surprised that they were that good, and we kind of disrespected them in game.
So this is how you want to play 4-1. You've got 2 points of pressure. Malphite is really nice to hear. Forcing going to get
He's still alive. Oh, he might be. No.
Yeah, so nice play coming out from Quickstep. Super messy game in the Antemaker. Looked quite good for a while. Ended up super messy. Do get the win though at 2-1. Even though it wasn't anywhere near as clean as it should have been, it then went back to proper picks and playing sensibly and not just fighting all the time and that sort of thing.
After the game, I was personally so stressed out because for me, because I'm the main shot caller right now, and in a game like that where it's a lot of made of like decisions, lose or win you the game, and in that game where you almost lost, it's almost like my fault, or at least I felt it that way, that I almost lost the game. And then after the game was done, I was just like so tired.
Tomorrow's a slightly different day. We've got Key coming, who was former Fnatic manager,
Team director.
now Red Bull Gaming Sphere management. Or?
No, he's Red Bull partnerships. He does all the sponsorships at Red Bull for UK.
He's here tomorrow, and he's going to be in Reading at 11. That means that I want everyone up 1 hour earlier. We're not going to start work an hour earlier necessarily, But I want you down here, 11. We had a guest visit the house, Finley, or Key, formerly of Fnatic, now of Red Bull. He was here, quite interested in what we did, the way we did things. And overall, I think was really impressed. He gave me some real good feedback that I could take away and kind of improve even further on what we do.
So if you have any questions about what it's like in LCS teams, what the teams are like, what the players are like, feel free to ask.
I think it was really good when Finley came to the house because he taught us a lot of things that Fern and John doesn't really think about while we play. And then he spoke to us about like LCS and how it is to be a professional esports player.
I think the boys were really interested in him and what he had to say. Like, he kind of had a bit of a Q&A with them about LCS and the differences of life in LCS and so on and so forth. And he provided some really good answers, so yeah, it was good.
If you can notice the energy is low, something you can do is just bring up the energy yourself, take over the shot calling, ask questions is like the main thing, right? From 1:30 till scrims, they would have like meetings, prep for the day, what they were focusing on for the day, what they're going to try and pick bands, who they're playing against, that kind of thing. And then just a block of scrims, dinner, maybe another 10-minute meeting before the second block, another scrim block, and then basically like all you guys have gym, then go play solo queue or just chill out.
One of the things that made like the biggest impression on me is that even top end ULCS teams don't do things like that differently from like top tier national league teams. So we're not that far off in our practice from like, for example, what Fnatic was doing. And I think like some other national league teams do it even better than we do. So there's like not that big of a gap between LCS and top national league. So that's like something like heartening to hear, like that you're doing pretty much like almost the same as what the best players in your region are doing.
Yeah, we only got 25 minutes until this game, so let's use the next 10 to 15 minutes of this actually really thinking about what we're going to do here, and then 10 minutes of just pure focus in lobby, ready to work on what we need to do. Play like yesterday, and we could well slip up, and you're out of the tournament top 8, and we go into a pretty bracket in playoffs tournament.
Let's not play like
we
yesterday.
really want to guarantee an E-Master spot, and to do that we've got to win this tournament.
So the basic plan then, we're going to be banning Nidalee, Akali, Talia. We played MM a couple of times before. They beat us the first time, which, you know, you can go back and watch the first episode of Behind the Screens for, because I don't really want to talk about it. Then we played them the second time with Funnel on the last day of Funnel. And so this was actually the first time we'd played them normally since they'd beaten us.
So we knew we had to kind of our work out a little bit, and if we didn't show up, they would actually beat us. So we worked really hard to kind of look at their style. They were very mid-centric with their jungler. He played a lot around mid to try and get ahead. So we'd put a lot of coverage on their jungler and denied him a lot.
It's going to be XL versus M&M Gaming. Like you said, it is a very classic, you could call it El Clasico matchup.
Just about barely could have fit a bus blue, and Sion gets himself right into the middle of that one there. It's double trouble, but a great gnarled from Sendu right onto the back line. Hades and Jokerism both taking down. It's a triple, maybe a quadra coming in here for Rippy. Chain of Corruption on the Taxer means that he has to go golden straight away, but Zoe is blown to pieces. Now we got Sendu on the backside. Double kill for Taxer, maybe a triple kill for him, but it doesn't really matter overall. They are going to try and gift it over to him. Venzer again says no to the streak of a clean ace for XL, and game 1 in the bag in this quarterfinals of Forge of Champions 4. A lot of stun damage, both Ignite and Heal used. Actually, Shogun forced to flash away, but he's not enough. Venzer goes in aggressively and gets rewarded.
XL, who get punished slightly by this aggressive jungle, okay.
Oh, you gotta be careful of those Winds of War. They do so much damage. What we saw on the minimap, we didn't actually see it on the actual main display of direct camera, as we have a very weird pause glitch.
We have been told that everybody was kicked out of the game.
Wow.
I mean, they can't remake with the new draft, can they?
No, they can't. We're not far enough ahead. Everyone knows that we would have won, but like...
How far ahead were we?
I mean, we just had 2 kills on the Kaisa. It's over.
Oh, right, okay. I mean,
no, we were just ahead of everyone, every single day.
So like when the server crash happened, first thing, there was like a mass panic in the house because we thought our internet just died and like we couldn't pause the game because like everyone was DC'd at the same time and was spamming pause, and we were like, oh, internet died, they might just like kill us all now or something before they actually pause. So that was like the first panicky moment. Then we realized it was the server and it was like a sigh of relief.
What do we have to do?
We are readjusting.
Great.
Why not stay
Well,
well,
you know how this one goes. Second time this time, before the champion. This is the second time we've been 1-0 up, stomped draft, and then in a situation you have to remake. Okay.
So it's the second time this happened to us, and it's always like very like it's a sour feeling almost, I guess you can say, when you have a lead and then you are forced to like remake the game and get on even plates, and like you have to come up with a completely new strategy and everything. But I mean, we always manage to hold our heads cool, and we know that if we are the better team, we are going to win against them even without the leads. So we're going to create a new lead in the next game. So.
No summoners available. They're gonna go in, try and get something now. Gonna force out a flash.
Oh, he misses it.
Does get the root though. Quickset has got Ignite available. Ignite goes down to Shogun, and they turn it around. Yeah, we are gonna see a 4-man top as Hades comes in with Quickset. They will get the stun down. Hades, will he be able to get out of this alive? No, he won't, as Quickset gets himself the execute from the depths, and it's all going to hell for M&M. They did not expect the quick rotation or the quick double kill.
He's flanked them, but I'm not sure he wants to be here.
I was gonna say, why is he doing here? He does end up getting fully ulted. He actually still stays alive. He eventually gets shut down, but Bro actually gets taken down as well with the explosive cast. Now Benzer's in a lot of trouble. There's a good ultimate from Gragas to disengage. Igloo trying to go back in onto Benzer, but there's just not enough damage. Shogun taking a lot of damage. There's a heal coming out from Vero as well. They're trying to just get something from this, and Rise is in the backside. There's the double, the triple, 3 kills, maybe traded for 1, but it's just not going to be anything more for the side of M&M.
There it is.
They go down to Exile, who keep their hopes of qualifying as #1 seed with a dominant performance over M&M.
Basically, they got like a second chance. They got a freebie to try to do better again, like in the draft and early game. But the same thing ended up happening. So we just won 2-0 or 3-0 in a best of 2, in a best of 3.
The main thing is I had to keep the players focused and maintain their kind of focus on the task at hand, and go again for another game and just kind of write off the one that didn't ever finish. But there was some changes in their draft. There's a few changes in our draft into the next game. But yeah, we pulled it out. It was good.
We've got Dabblers versus Misfits up next. We face the winners.
Oh shit, that's fucking that's tomorrow.
Isn't that today?
It should be today. On the Twitter it said it was Wind and Rain versus someone else today.
Oh really?
That's what it said on Twitter earlier.
I think it's Wind and Rain versus NSG or something.
Yeah, on our side of the draw is Misfits.
Why are they doing it that way round? Never mind then. Whatever I said is wrong.
I really wanted to watch that.
Ignore everything I said, it's wrong.
Ryan, you let me down.
Why?
You got my hopes up for a fun game.
We'll watch it tomorrow.
What do you mean fun game?
I think the players team was way better actually than
Yes,
them.
I agree. Like I hard agree. I'm actually sure that Only Angel is the best bot lane player in UK right now.
Yeah, my God.